Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the next installment in our 65 GTO build series. Today we're going to do something that's really what I've been putting off for a while. It's not that enjoyable to do. Window channels. Everybody hates doing them. They don't get any appreciation at all because when you do them right, it does exactly what every windshield or window channel is supposed to do, not leak, okay? It gets sealant on top of it, it gets a windshield on top of it, even gets trim on top of it, so you never even know what the condition of it is. But it's really important that we get window channels right because that's where a lot of your leaks start. On this car, I can almost guarantee you that's why our trunk was rotted out, our floor is rotted out, because all that rain over time gets through those window channels and rots out everything on the bottom side of your car. So, you can see here on our window channels, actually, you know what window channels, okay? These are really, really bad all the way around the entire car. Really all 8 channels here on the front and back really need to be all replaced. So we're gonna start today, we're gonna do the fronts, and I'm gonna show you how to do it the right way so you don't have leaks and it also looks really, really good. Now, you're probably sitting there taking a look at my shirt here wondering, man, where do you get that Rust Bucket Resto swag at? Well, you can have some too. I get asked a lot actually if I have merch for sale, shirts or stickers or anything else for sale. And yeah, I guess Rust Bucket Restos is doing big things this year, and we've got our first shirts out there. Now, I will say every dollar that you guys spend on any sort of merch goes directly back into our builds here. Bit off a little bit more than I can chew, I think, with a 68 Charger, a 65 GTO race car basically, and a 68 Camaro, which I've got a ton of videos on that and haven't even posted yet. But yeah, every dollar you spend goes into making more content, which I'm pretty sure you guys enjoy, which leads to more videos and more good times here at Rust Bucket Restos. So I'm gonna post a link below to get to my Instagram page. Reach out to me through there. I'm really hoping that this is the video that sets us over 10,000 subscribers. Our channel's been up for about a year or so, and we've grown exponentially over the last few months. And I wanna hit that 10,000 mark so I can throw that YouTube merch shelf out there for you guys, because I've already got a lot of different really cool designs that I want to share with you guys. Some GTO designs coming, some other Charger ideas that I've got. So, stay tuned for that. Everybody that likes and subscribes to the channel is going to be included in monthly drawings. We're going to give away merch to at least one person every month. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and definitely stay tuned for the future videos that we've got going on. Now, one last thing before I jump into the car here. I never thought that I would ever get fan mail. Which I absolutely love it, by the way. But I had 2 people actually send me my very first fan mail packages. So I'm gonna set up the camera here, do a real quick unboxing, pass on a very huge thanks to you guys. Very humbled by all the comments, the love, the support. Even the haters, love you guys too. And honestly, I've gotten better from a lot of your comments and feedback. But just overall, extremely, extremely thankful for all of you guys and all the support here over the past year. So with that, let's get the camera set up and let's cut open these boxes. All right, so I got 2 little boys here that are really excited. Damn, dude, where'd you get that shirt at? Looking fresh. Oh yeah, that's right. He lost a front tooth today. T-bone hit him in the mouth with a doorknob. Tooth went flying. We can't find the tooth anywhere, so yeah, maybe the tooth fairy will still come. We'll see. All right, so we've got 2 boxes here. You can't find the tooth. First box here is from Robert Sheeks. All I've done is cut these open so far. So let's see what we've got. Oh, got a mechanic's mask, and oh, very, very cool. Okay, so we've got a model car here. It actually looks like it's a 69 Charger model.
Let me see.
Hold on. Let me open it up. Hold on. Oh, very cool.
That's me.
Nice little 69 Charger RT model. Thanks, Robert. Really, really appreciate the model, and I'm sure the kids will take very, very good care of it and be very gentle with it too, right, guys? Mm-hmm. So appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. Hold on. We got one more to do. This next one from Dick Williams here in Logan, Utah, and let's see what Dick brought us. All right. So in a previous video, I'd mentioned that I did not have the original door hinge bolts, and it looks like they're in a little Altoids container here, and what do you know, we got some door hinge hardware. So awesome, absolutely awesome, guys. So really huge thanks. If you guys want to send us stuff, again, reach out to me through Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to do that. But let's go ahead, let's get some tools out and let's get cranking here on these front window channels. This is presumably the easiest piece. I've got a perfectly formed and shaped lower window channel here for the windshield. And so when you take a look at this, you can see these little tabs right here on the inside, which mark up with these corresponding tabs here. When you line that guy up just perfect and center that right where it should, all of these line up really, really nice. You can see that one right there is perfect as well. So I'm just gonna take a little Sharpie here and we're gonna get a bunch of this metal out of the way. Now you can see here, you know, where the dash welds straight into the window channel, you can't just pop the whole metal dash out. So we're actually gonna have to section in and cut out that dash along with it. So, you know, I'm gonna work on getting this metal out of here. And I'm gonna be extremely conservative here with my cut, you know, where it is on the dash here, because obviously it's not sitting flat. It's gonna be a little bit closer than what this is. So let's go ahead and mark this guy where I see the lines at now. And of course we're gonna cut and stay on the inside of this line here, you know, on our dash section. Okay, looks good enough. And so I'm gonna grab my grinding wheel and then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cut, you know, a good, let's just say 1/4 inch or so on the inside of this line. We're gonna work on prying up this lower window channel here. Now you can see here too, where it mounts to the wiper motor here. This right here does look like it's actually welded. Oh no, it's not. It's just sitting real tight up against there. Okay, yep, I see it now. This side right here is a little bit, nope, okay. So it looks like if I do cut this across the dash, then the whole thing will pop out. So let's grab a grinding wheel and let's get that section out of the way. All right guys, so as you saw, we got our lower windshield channel out. And you know, as you can see, it's actually in pretty good shape all the way around here. I mean, it's just dirty. There ain't any serious rust on the inside of here, which is a welcome change, so I won't have to replace all that. You can see here where the original factory spot welds were, but I tell you guys what, 50 bucks, Home Depot, this thing will absolutely change your life. You know, it would have taken me quite a long time, and also, you know, using a grinding wheel with this, which is not always the safest thing to do. that tool absolutely rips, and it makes very easy work of stuff like this. Just don't let it get away from you, okay? So when I cut out the lower channel here, you can see, I pulled out just about all the support. Now there is some pieces still attaching on both sides of our dash here that are holding it somewhat in place, but it's still pretty floppy across here. Guys can see I can bend that. So before I cut that out, I marked where where these pieces here go, just like that. So we're gonna line those marks all up again, and like they did originally, they fit really nice. Now with this having a little bit of spring to it, I went ahead and pulled it tight, so that way it makes a nice transition between this piece here and the dash. And when I did that, I marked it, so that way you can see it's gonna make a really nice line. There's my permanent marker line right there. And we'll be able to metal finish that, and it'll look fantastic all the way around. I do have one little rust hole right here, and I may actually cut a little bit bigger piece out of here just with the pitting and stuff that's there, but the rest of this looks really nice across there. So let's go ahead, let's get that grinding wheel back out. We're gonna cut just short of our line here. Again, don't cut too much, okay? But I did make a really nice dark heavy line, except for I don't know where that line came from. I might have had a few too many, but yeah, you can see here, nice line all the way around that. So let's go ahead, let's cut that and then get this piece ready to fit. Alrighty guys, and with that we are ready to install the upper window channel. Now if you look at the car, it's probably the most noticeably terrible piece of window channel on the entire car. And yeah, it's gonna look really, really nice to actually get that piece in. So when we look at this, just rough measurements here, again, we're gonna kind of ballpark this and we'll bring it in once we get the piece on the car. But yeah, you can see there, roughly 5/8 by 7/8. So we'll make a 3/4 by 1 inch piece of channel to do that. Now, if we look at the rest of this, you know, we're gonna go back, metal finish this, get it in epoxy when we're all wrapped up. But passenger side turned out really, really nice. You know, I did kind of mimic just with plug welds here along the window channel on the top. The bottom piece was already a preformed piece that I got with the massive parts load. And this piece is super, super nice. It fits great. The spacing and the gaps here on our upper cowl are damn near perfect. And then also here on this side, I've tested that the A-pillar cover piece here, and it fits perfectly across there. So like I said, we got to go back, we're going to clean up all these welds, we're going to make it nice and seamless and smooth across the whole thing. But this is the piece that I've been personally putting off because it's going to be a giant pain in the ass. Now when you look at this from the front here, you can kind of see it's got a slight bend to it this way, but then it also comes around that way too, very, very slightly, but it does. We're gonna have to shrink and stretch that material to get it to match the contours here on each side, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. But what we're gonna do too is that we're gonna split this straight down the middle, because any piece of upper window channel that you typically see for sale, well, I've only found actually one person that sells it, but they sell it in 2 pieces. And so we're gonna split this right down the middle here, and I've got just the tool to do that. Now, I get a lot of crap from you guys for you know, my metal shaping, metal forming tools here, because I do have a pretty limited selection and I'm working to improve that. But I got really tired of laying things over the edge of this and beating up my workbench. So went down to my local Harbor Freight, 60 bucks. Can't complain, 30-inch sheet metal brake, and it will allow us to make really, really nice bends here on our sheet metal. So what I've done, I took a piece of 4-inch that I had, cut it down the middle, so we've got basically 2 inches, you know, roughly to work with here. And so we're gonna make a nice bend here, about at that 3/4 inch mark. That'll leave us with at least the extra 1 inch that we have on our windshield. But we'll get that cut first and bent, and then we'll start shaping it with our shrinker stretcher tool. Again, another Harbor Freight beauty right here. I've repurposed actually a carburetor lift plate that you'd use to just flip around and install on the top of a carb to pull a motor out. Perfectly fits in the vise here, and then actually the holes lined up to mount it straight to the top of that plate there. So that should definitely help out. It'll make it a whole lot nicer, and as long as I can figure out how to use it right. So let's get this piece bent and finish it up. All right, guys, so I finished up the first half of the upper window channel here, and I wanted to show you what it looks like. So, you know, I'm really glad, and I think the best way to do this is definitely to do half at a time. I was thinking as I was cutting through this that if you cut the whole thing at once, you know, your roof front could actually sag. So doing half and half will at least keep that roof line exactly where it's supposed to be at, and you won't have any issues with fitment. So, but overall it went really, really well across the top of there. Now, I do need to go back to Harbor Freight. This tool right here is excellent. It's a little belt sander tool. This gets up here into these corners really, really nice. And to finish off really all of my corners, I need to get some more of this paper for that. So with that, we are, what, more than 75% done now, all the way around here. I can't wait to be done with this job. So I'm probably gonna set this in fast forward just so we can get to the end of this video, and let's finish this thing up. All right, guys, and with that, we are finally done with these front window channels, and thank God. It's taken me about a week or so to do these, and it's just because a couple hours each night I'm having to do it, and then a little bit more time on the weekend. But I think it turned out really, really nice here. And just a heads up, this is my very first window channel install ever. So as you guys know, we started off at the bottom here. That was a pre-made piece that we got from AMD. It was really, really nice and really helped set up the rest of these window channels nice. So worked on our sides, and then lastly this morning we did the complete upper section here. So I've got the upper cowl panel fitted here, and you guys can see that. In case you're wondering what this gap right here is called, we call that money. It is tight. It's extremely tight gap all the way across there, and all the panels fit just like as they should. We put both of the A-pillar covers on too, and they fit really nice and tight with good places to finally mount, you know, where the A-pillar cover actually goes. So, sneak peek of what's to come. In the next couple of videos here, we've still got our trunk pan to install. We've got A-pillar work to do. I've got full A-pillars. We've also got here some of these inner patch panels that go on the inside of the A-pillars. And thank you, big thank you to my friends over at AMD for sending me those. We've got our rear deck filler piece, and we've also got a brand new tail panel. Full rear quarters will be here within a week. I had to order those from Jegs, but yeah, it's going really good. It's happening fast. So if you guys haven't done so already, definitely hit that subscribe button. But take care, guys. Hope you all have a great week. We'll see you next time.